Good evening, all. This is New Serum by Night, or as otherwise known, Vampire the Masquerade YouTube experiment. My responses in this scene are not just acting. I have set the timing of this scene deliberately based on the fact that my character, like I, has just woken up. So let's see how this goes. The scene begins rather early or late in the night, depending on where you are, due to the multiple time zone factor of New Serum. And Joseph Zwingy is having a pleasant dream in his torpor state. When I say torpor, I mean just, you know, the daytime sleep. But in the meantime, he is woken up by a shaking from his retainer Michael. Meanwhile, the Michael goes, "Hey, boss, wake up! You mentioned something earlier about a party you have to attend." And Michael wakes up and goes. Joseph wakes up and goes, "What? What? Oh yeah. Hey, Michael. Morning, or evening, I should say. Oh, I'm a little out of it. Next time, try not to wake me up so quick." "Not a problem, boss. But I wanted to wake you up because I wanted your assistance again with that security measure problem. I think I got the last few tweaks on it, but I just wanted to have the two of us work together on it, just to make sure that we got the encryption program set up right and set up and connected to your camera, your new camera, effectively." Okay, Michael, what are you using for my new camera? What are you using for my new camera? "Well, as I said, boss, based on that new software based on some new software I've been working on, I've been working on this IP cam system and tiny free cam monitor. Except that what it's going to do is it's going to use your cell phone with the camera built in on it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an encryption file on the original program that will go both on the cell phone and on the receiving end through my system. And what that will do is that by using your camera's IP, we will put in the 456-bit encryption using the new seed program, provided I can get it working just right. We almost got it, but as you said, under your instructions, I've not installed anything yet until I could get that encryption level, until I could get that radioactive decay seed just right, and the entire transmission system completely encrypted on both sides." Joseph wakes up and kind of rubs his temples a little bit. "Yeah, okay, give me a sec. I may have to go out and feed for a moment before we get started on this. Just hang on. How's your blood levels? How's your blood levels at the moment? Are you feeling okay?" "I might be able to help feed, but again, we're kind of getting into dicey territory here." What's the point of having a blood doll if I can't... Not to worry, I'm sure we'll figure out something. At this point, Bob walks into the room. At this point, Bob walks into the room, and where are we here? Yeah, here we go. This is it. At this point, Bob walks into the room Bob walks into the room and goes, "Hey, boss, drink this." And with that, a bag is chucked at with this a sort of what looks like a blood bag is chucked at Joseph. Joseph, "What's this?" Drink up, boss. It'll do you. Drink up, boss. It'll do you good." Again, Again, what is it? It's animal blood, or VTMYTE as you call it. I took the liberty of getting a small dog. Found him outside. Fed him a bunch of protein powder and a few other nutrients. Fed him a few other nutrients, the stuff I use for to keep myself in shape. Tossed that in. Bled the dog as soon as it digested. Bled the thing dry. Yeah, I've been looking for some alternatives. To keep you up and healthy until such time as we can find you a more effective source. I know you had Michael told me about the incident where you weren't feeling so good and you had to go out in public again to. I know you look out for us guys. So we're gonna try to find ways of keeping you going. At this point, Joseph says, "All right, I'll give it a try." He takes it, unsquills the blood bag bottle, takes a swig of it, and goes, "Bleh!" And goes, "Bleh!" Almost kind of retches a little bit, but he downs the whole thing, just like, "Oh fuck, that tastes horrible." Guys, that fucking tastes awful. I don't want to have to do that ever again. Hey, I prepped it the best way I could. Man. Yeah, but no, seriously, I think it might be because it's animal blood. I have to drink human. I'm sorry, it's just kind of a thing about us kindred. We can't, we can survive off animal blood, I guess, but it still tastes like shit. It still tastes like absolute shit. If we have to use it to keep me going, fine, but let's try to find some way to... Can we find a way to mix in some sort of human blood or something? I know what we need. We need a blood drive. We need to seriously start orchestrating a new blood drive in this city or something, and I may have to get in contact with another kindred who has access to the hospitals or something. Just something that this way I can get just some way that I can get access and get some blood bank blood, because at least there it's by donation. I don't have to worry about my pre-exclusion crap. And truth be told, I think I may have actually lost a point on my humanity path. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that I had to lose it. Ends justify the means. But hey, let's try to work out some effective means on this. If the ends are going to justify the means, let's at least attempt to work out some just means on this. Bob kicks in with, "Right, boss. But now, in the meantime, now that you've eaten and addressed the problem, get out there. We need get out there. We're going to need you to work with Michael on this." "Yeah, all right. It may taste like shit, but I'm up. Let's get back to this." And with that in mind, Michael gets Joseph up, and the two of them wind up heading over to the system. All right, boss. So here's what we're going to be attempting. Here's what I'm going to be attempting to try today. I think I worked out a reasonable idea. The plan is that we're going to do. The plan is that based on the original schematic and design, I've tried to put in an extra tweak here. What we're going to do is, as I said, the camera is going to be your entire cell phone system, and it will be bouncing through the cell phone networks. Now, what I've done is I'm planning to do is that I'm planning one more time to tweak that radioactive decay source just right. Now, I already have a traditional 456-bit encryption program I already wrote for the military. Well, actually, for a private defense contractor quite a few years ago. But anyway, I've been since upgrading it with some of the latest tech. This particular 456-bit encryption system is, like I said, we're going to start with the hot-bit system as a seed, and then we're going to use what we're going to do is we're going to use a true random seed, follow it by a pseudo-random generator working by Excel, and then we're going to take that entire system and put that in, and then we're going to take that entire random bit system. Like I said, a true random bit followed by a pseudo-random series, and then that's all going to go in as the key code, as the key code to encrypt all files coming off your camera. I will use the same key on my end, to decrypt the files once they bounce through the cell phone network. We're going to use an MDA5 encryption bit system. Sorry, actually, out of character. 1 second. Let me check to make sure that I did this right. MDA5. Yes, MDA5. So yeah, we're going to use an MDA5 system, but we're going to set it for 456-bit. This should be next to impossible to break, assuming we can make this work. At this point, I'm going to go into Google Share because this is an encryption thing. I'm going to roll an intelligence science followed by an intelligence computers specialty mathematics in both cases, in the hopes that my character will understand in the hopes that Joseph will understand what the fuck Michael is talking about. Yeah, so here we go. Let's give this a try. So yeah, let's give this a shot and see. Hope that this works. So intelligence science, knowledge specialty mathematics. That's 7 dice to try to understand. This shouldn't, because of the fact that again this is some of the latest encryption technology. No, the intelligence science for the pseudo-random factor. This is to double check to make sure that this is actually a good idea. So we'll give this a shot, and yeah, 2 successes on that one. So he understands the encryption bit, and he thinks it's an okay idea. It should still work as a little workaround. Now the intelligence computers, and again knowledge specialty mathematics. This is for both of these are for Joseph Zwingli, by the way, and yeah, 2 successes in both. So yeah, Joseph understands enough to be able to get an idea of what it is that Michael is doing, and Joseph says, "Yeah, okay, if you think you can make it work, just let's deal with this. Let's deal with this accordingly." So first things first. Let's if memory serves, based on our previous conversation, Michael, the biggest objection that I would have right now is that the encryption system is not good enough right at this moment. We want at least we want to make it such that there would be at least a we would want to make it sure that it was at least on a scale of 1 to 10. We want to make sure it's at least a difficulty 8 to crack. We don't want any possibility. Now, based on that, I told you to tweak it again. So if you want my help in tweaking it, fine. Here's what we're gonna do. I will have you attempt to initiate it first. And then if you fail, I will bump in, and then if you fail again, I will bump in and take care of it. Now, now out of character, I am now assessing based on the last scene I did of this, of Like Father, Like Son, where we had 5 successes for each of the where we managed to get 5 successes in extended roll for each of the circumstances. Now, because of the fact that there's a few hours until the event that my character is going to tonight for the club or what have you, my character is going to be so we're going to have a couple of hours while my character gets ready. So we're going to have a couple of hours. So this is going to take place over about an hour. It's an extended roll of 3 rolls. In this, because of the fact that we were pushing for 6 successes and only got 5 last time in each. One success would be required to make the meet. However, I'm going to extend this to 3 for each of rolls of the stage. This is going to be 3 rolls between Joseph and Michael. So since both of them are applying here, we're only going to pool their resources. So if each of them gets a success level or what have you, then and if one of them for some reason hits a botch, then the other will take over and the 2 will work together on this issue. Okay, so to start off with, this is Michael's intelligence computer roll. This is to instill the final aspects of the encryption component to be able to get that. The intelligence craft component to be able to get the wiring system just right to make sure that there is no lilt in the true random system. So this is the intelligence craft section to try to make sure there's not that lilt again that we saw before. So this is to correct the true random source. So intelligence crafts is 5 dice for Yeah, intelligence crafts is 5 dice for. Let me actually just get the character sheet. This will be a lot easier if I'm not having to work from memory. Come on, you. Main page. Sorry about this, guys. It's taking me a little longer than I had anticipated, but we will get this done in relatively short order. I need to locate my section of character in XP thread. Come on, where are you? I'm not in the mood right now. Sorry, just woke up, as I said, in real time, so I'm a little snippy at the moment. Okay, so with the Humanities 6 thing, okay, so we bumped this up. Okay, now where was I here? No, it wasn't performance, it was larceny. No, wrong. Okay, I need to again remind them that larceny is the skill. Okay. Okay, sorry about this. We appear to have a slight... Yeah. Right, well, anyway, where was I? Sorry, I had a bit of a glitch there because the admins bumped up the wrong skill in my character sheet. I've got to express this to them again. Anyway, where was I? Sorry, where was I? Oh, yes. Anyway, Michael. Now, where was Michael? Here we go. So, yes, this will be Intelligence 3, Crafts 2, so 5 dice for, where was I? Yes, back to the Google Hangouts. As I was saying, so yes, this is 5 dice rolling intelligence crafts to make sure the connection, to make sure the physical connections between the radioactive decay source, which has been still building random numbers at this point, which still has been building random numbers, and there has been a bit of a lilt. To reestablish the connection, to make sure that it is perfectly based on the radioactive decay system and the computer software is working. So this will be the next 3 rolls for intelligence crafts to make sure that thing is perfectly done. Each of these rolls, like I said, we're going to be doing this over the span of an hour. So each of these 3 rolls should be, or between them, yeah. So we'll be doing this all over the span of an hour, maybe 2, give or take. So yeah, hour or 2, because like I said, it's really early in the evening for them. All right, let's give this a shot. So here we go. Number 1. So based on difficulty, now again, because of the number of successes before, we had it at difficulty 7. So based on the failure that happened last time, so yeah, that's 2 successes right there on the first roll. Second roll, second roll for Michael, 5 dice. Okay, that was a failure, so that bumps to difficulty 8 now. And the third roll, so because that was a failure, it bumps to difficulty 8. At difficulty 8, we have 1 success, so that means the 3 criteria there, just barely. Okay, so we met the 3 criteria, so we're now up to 8 successes, which will set this at least a difficulty 8 or more for hacking the security protocol on this. This is for the security protocol on getting that. So now we've now got the physical system worked. That's just to make sure that so we now have a true random source. That goes through the computer seed. The seed sequence is taken out. Seed sequence is taken out from there when they actually get a true random selection, and bump that into the computer section. Now the computer section goes in to set up the pseudo-random seed and the encryption program and the encryption protocols on this connection of the cell phone to the tiny webcam system, which will piggyback through the signal. This is the intelligence computers, so this is working out the encryption system, and because of the fact that it's bouncing to technology, we will deal with that in a moment. So hang on, now I need intelligence computers, and that for Michael is computers 3, so this will be 6 dice, and again 3 more rolls to enhance that particular section of the system. This will be 3 more rolls to again, and again, all I need for this is 3 successes because of the fact that the craft rolls also dealt with the computer element of this and the previous case. So we're going to again, we're only going to need 3 rolls over the course of. We're going to need 3 successes over the course of 3 rolls to bump this to difficulty 8. So hang on over the extended roll to make damn sure this works. And here we go. Oh, I should mention again as well. If Michael gets a botch and therefore cannot complete his rolls, Joseph will take over to attempt to get the remaining 3 successes between them. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. 10. So that's 1 success. Now again, last one was difficulty 7. So this was this is now that was the intelligence crafts last time. So that was difficulty 7. So that's difficulty 8. So this is still difficulty 7 from last time. Oh wait, no. Sorry, correct. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is difficulty 7. So yeah, that's 1. That's 1 success. Roll 2. Here we go. Difficulty 7, so that's 2 successes. And now for 1 more. That's difficulty 7, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes on the intelligence computers. So based on the fact that we got more than, so that's 2 plus 4 is 6. So with an extra 6, I'm going to bump that to, originally I said 8 was set at difficulty 8. Based on this, I'm going to split the difference and say difficulty 9 to hack the encryption system. Now that we actually have the true random and the pseudo random seed built in, that's dealt with, and that establishes that on the we're now going to do an intelligence technology roll to now that the encryption's been put in on the cell phone and bounced through to TinyCam free monitor. This is now going to be an intelligence technology to test and make sure that everything's working fine. So again, we're going to give it 3 rolls on this, and this will split the difference at say 4 successes, and this is just as a test run to make sure that everything's working smoothly. So just to make sure that there's no glitches. This will be so again, this will be 6 dice for Michael, and again, if any one of these fails, then Joseph will come in to make sure that all last-minute technical bits are running smoothly. 4 successes over a span of 3 rolls. So here we go. Because of the fact there were no flubs in these areas, this is just going to be standard difficulty because this is just a testing. This is just a testing of the equipment level. So here we go. Okay, that 8 got neutralized. Sorry, that 8 got neutralized. But we still have, at standard difficulty, 2 successes. And again, this is just to make sure that this is just a test run to make sure that everything's working fine. So that's roll 1, roll 2. And this is an extended roll, so like I said, we're taking about a couple of hours for this. Joseph's getting ready and stuff for a local event that he's planning to go to. And hang on, so this is roll 2. Okay, so again, the 9 got neutralized this time. Sorry, 9 got neutralized, but that still means 1, 2 successes here, so that's 3. I said so 4, 6, so that's roll 2. So now we just need 1 more success ideally, but you know we'll probably see if we can get higher. So again, this is intelligence technology, confirming on the sheet that I've been doing this right. Yes, his technology is at 3. I guess a good thing I actually worked that. And now he can deal with the final test run, and here we go in 3, 2, 1. And yes, so at difficulty 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So that is 4 plus 2 on the first one, plus 1 on the second. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 successes. Again, I'm going to set this at a because of the fact that it's not too much over, we'll still say it's a that's just, yeah, but either way, it basically means that the system's working and all the basics are good. So now, in order to be able to do this with the encryption system, we're now going to have a technique brought in. I explicitly stated that there was a okay. So now because of that, there's now going to be a larceny. Now, when we finally get into the main scene in a little bit, a little bit more dialogue. Where is it here? I kept telling them. Hang on, let me actually double check in here. What did I say and where I spent my XP? Yes, upping my larceny to level 4. I explicitly stated larceny in here, and they put it as performance. Again, I keep telling them it's larceny. I specifically said larceny. They upped it in the wrong manner. Okay, so anyway, but not to worry. I've dealt with that. I specifically stated that, so again, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm not going to worry about that. I will deal with that accordingly and have them change the site to reflect things as they're supposed to be. So with that in mind, but anyway, so we're going to kick off the screen share and get back to the. Michael says, "Yeah, boss, I got it set. This thing is gonna. Yeah, I got it set. This thing is gonna be working. It's gonna be really difficult to hack the encryption. The rest of it's now up to you. If you're gonna want to, if you're gonna go out and use this thing, you're probably gonna want to find some way of hiding it in your suit." At this, Joseph says, "Yeah, not to worry about this. Just let me handle it. I've got an idea as to where to put this thing primarily, and hopefully with my misdirection work, this should be more than capable of overwhelming the of directly overloading the rest of the system here. We'll take care of it. Rest assured, I've got this." And with that, Joseph finally gets his Joseph finally gets the remainder of his system up and running, loading the other techniques in his secret compartments, on his cloak and in his jacket, etc. Puts the camera in a spot which will be hopefully visible for the camera, but which he can misdirect from for the public. So yeah. So with that in mind, he will set that up by setting up the camera into an appropriate system. He will use intelligent. He will roll one round of intelligence technology just to make sure that he understands the basics of how to use the camera functions on the phone to make sure that it works. Michael is showing it to him, this is Joseph's attempt to use the camera. So he will. Excuse me, I seem to be having a little difficulty with my computer at the moment. There are times I feel like Joseph, the fact that he can't seem to get. But anyway, where were we? So yes. So once again, we're going to roll intelligence technology for him. Now that's going to be. Now the specialty doesn't apply here, so this is just going to be 5 dice. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. The 9 got neutralized, so that was a failure. That's going to up the difficulty from 6 to 7. So we're going to try again. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. So difficulty 7, 1 success. So he probably understands best. He understands enough just how to be able to set it up, which is all I really needed for him. Michael shows him one final little trick. Again, third roll, and we'll see how it plays out. And so the 10 gets neutralized by the 1, but there is still 1 success. So with 2 successes overall, this kind of gives him a with 2 successes that kind of gives him enough to be able to know how to make the camera work. And then sticking in his pocket will be a dex larceny technique at a later point. So with that in mind, the final aspects come in, and we're going to now that the technology has been fully built in, I will once this scene is uploaded to the page, I will notify on my character sheet that we have gotten enough successes to finally install the new camera system using the cell phone. Of course, because of the fact that the cell phone my character is using is this bad boy, this is going to be at a higher difficulty to use than larceny at. Because of the fact that, again, this is going to be stuck in a breast pocket and maybe blatantly visible because of how wide it is, because it's a tablet phone. Because of the fact this is a tablet phone, this is going to be difficulty 8 for my character to misdirect from, given the sheer size of it. So as a heads up, I'm going to pull that off in future, and I will be rolling my dex larceny for the use of that camera at the beginning of scene, in case anybody wants to try to contest it. So here we go. Catch you guys on the flip side with the upcoming scenes.